All right, we're live here. Well, we're not live, but we're recording.
What was the guy's name?
Who you? Oh, okay.
I got it.
This guy doesn't even have his name ready. So, all right, this is the first episode of Birds Aren't Real. We'll see how this goes. I think in this episode there's a lot to talk about. But we're going to be covering the Las Vegas Tesla car bomb situation and what's going on with that. I guess we could go over what we know so far. Guy's name is Matthew Alan Livelsberger, if that's how you pronounce it.
Livelsberger. Huh?
Livelsberger. 37 years old. Stationed out of Germany as active. Actually, Green Beret.
Well, you missed the whole point. This is a guy that drove up to the Trump.
Yeah. Well, we want to get some background on who he is.
And blew it up.
But did he blow it up? That's the problem. Did he blow it up?
This is what happened. This is exactly what happened. A Tesla Cybertruck pulled up in front of Trump's thing on New Year's Day, and shot fireworks out.
Fireworks and gasoline, apparently, inside of a Tesla truck, Cybertruck, which makes no sense because those are built like brick shit houses. So you can't. I don't know what he wasn't planning on damaging anything.
It's not really exactly true. Look at Whistle and Diesel. He tore that thing apart. It doesn't make sense because it was fireworks. It wasn't like a real bomb.
Yeah. So he wasn't trying to blow anything up. So he was trying to get people's attention. So the whole thing here is, from everything I've gotten, is that this is either a major PSYOP or the guy just went nuts.
Well, first and foremost, everything's a PSYOP. Everything's a major PSYOP. I don't care whether it's January 6th, which is when we're filming this.
Which is interesting.
Or whether
another episode for another time.
I believe everything is a PSYOP one way.
All right, so I'm going to give you the background on the guy real quick. Let's just take 1 minute and let's get an idea of this guy is. Okay, he's out of Colorado Springs. He was deployed in Afghanistan 3 different times. He's on leave. He was currently on leave when he committed this act. He had no criminal history. Wasn't on anyone's radar. He did go. Actually, I have a news article here. He did go to the Veterans Health Association for mental health, whatever the Veterans Mental Health Program is, and was seeking help, but they just said he had depression and he wasn't a risk. Let me see if I pull that up here. There's a news article here. Yeah, I got the screenshot. So he visited a military behavioral health program, but he had not been assessed to be a risk or harm to himself or others. So it's interesting that he went there and they just poo-pooed it. What else do we have?
Said he wasn't a risk to himself
or others.
Meanwhile, apparently they said he shot himself in the head.
Well, we're gonna get to that because that's a load of crap. I'll tell you that right now.
Video, and now you can see him moving, but I don't think that's exactly true either.
Well, okay, so we're jumping a little bit ahead, but if you want to get to the gunshot, that's where for me it gets a little bit fishy.
Well, again, I don't think we properly introduced the whole story.
All right, go ahead. You go ahead.
This guy is a guy who Christmas. I keep thinking Christmas. Which we'll call morning. New Year's Day. Also, I don't know if it had anything to do with the New Year's guy in New Orleans.
So they're saying it didn't. They both were out of Fort Bragg, but from
okay.
Yeah, a lot of people, thousands of ex-military, current military goes through Fort Bragg. So that they're saying that the date itself is probably what caused these individuals to do what they did, because it's January 1st, it's New Year's, and it just happened to be they both had ideas to do something, but they're not linked so far from what they could tell. But I don't think they're linked either, to be honest.
I mean, I think they are, but that's.
But how so?
Because through the government, through the CIA, it's both CIA plans. How can we get us back into a war? The the country's against war. The country doesn't want a war in Ukraine. The country doesn't want any more wars and genocides in Israel. How can we get them fired up to send troops back? Terrorism.
Well,
the old playbook.
We're also getting into that too with the
playbook.
Old manifesto.
We're going to run people up. Well, it's the old playbook. It's the CIA playbook.
Yeah, well, it's convenient how the pillars in New Orleans on Bourbon Street, the guy just went right around the cop car.
This is the day that the pillars are always supposed to work. We're working on them. And then, he had an ISIS flag, dude.
It was an ISIS flag.
Okay. But who gets an ISIS flag? Please. Anyways, so this guy pulled up in front of that. It's all like a statement, right? Trump and Elon. Elon is controlling the government. He's an oligarch. He's, he is
getting a little out of control lately.
He is getting. He's always been out. Listen, if you don't like George Soros, you shouldn't fucking like Elon Musk. Okay, it's the same shit in a different handbag. So the whole message is pulling up in a Tesla truck and blowing up in front of Trump's building, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Did he leave a manifesto? Did he write a will and saying, I'm doing this because of this?
So, yeah, I mean, he's got the email. Have you seen the email?
The email, I think, is bullshit. I think it's total bullshit.
Well, apparently, so it's a couple of things that don't make sense. Let's start with the explosion.
Fireworks. It wasn't an explosion to hurt anybody.
Yeah,
right?
So it's an explosion to cause a scene to send a message. Okay, so what's the guy's message? He rents a Cybertruck. So in his email, he wants to stay like under the radar. Yeah. Oh, yes. I have the email here. So let me pull that up for you.
The way the email came out is weird. Shout out to Cancel His Clothing. He put a whole video out on that how look, spelling mistakes in an email. The cursor's just chilling. That's how when you receive an email, it doesn't look like that.
Correct. So they
maybe
actually just today, the guy's name is Sutton Shoemaker. What's his first name? Why am I blanking? I have it here. Hold on one second. Sam Shoemate. Not Shoemaker. Sam Shoemate. He was on the Sean Ryan podcast. This is where the email comes from. Mm-hmm. And people called this out, the red squiggly lines, the cursor over here that you can see. They were like, that's not obviously how an email comes through. He's saying, if you look at the black bars for redaction, he copy and pasted the email into like a file so that he could do that redaction. And that's why these...
Okay. All right.
So that's what he's saying.
Easily explained. Okay, I'm just trying to throw bricks.
Checks out. And apparently this guy has been a very legitimate military whistleblower. He hasn't had really any prior what's the word I'm looking for here? He's legit. A lot of people go to him and get information from him that's on point. So it kind of checks out. I can see that. You want to redact things. This is what you do. But the whole email is crazy. It doesn't make any sense. So we'll just go.
I do not make it to my decision point or onto the Mexican border. I'm sending this now. So where's that point? Was the point to Trump Hotel?
So I don't know what the decision point is, but why would he want to get to Mexican border if the Trump Hotel is his decision point? And why is he trying to get to the Mexican border if he's going to kill himself?
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on killing himself. Maybe
the question is,
maybe he was going to go to the Mexican border and try to, whistleblow and get all this out, or maybe he was going to do this whole thing and draw more attention to himself. But I think nobody really gives a shit at this point. It's been 5 days, and it's like, no one really cares. Another guy just blew himself up.
Well, I don't think he killed himself, but I'm going to get to that. Please do not release until January 1, which is a weird way to write January 1 Jan, and keep my identity private until then. First off, I am not under duress or hostile influence or control. My first car was a 2006 black Ford Mustang V6 for verification.
And that was not true.
Yeah, so that was not true. And then why would you write that I'm not under duress or hostile if you're then going to kill yourself? That means, in other words, if you end up dead, you didn't do it. That's what that statement reads as, right?
Not Epstein, the classic, okay. I'm not suicidal.
Then he gets into, out of nowhere, the freaking drones, right? Mm-hmm. The drones are
again, people just, gave up on the drones too,
which are still going on.
Are they still flying?
They're
around?
still flying around. I checked today.
I had a dream about a drone, and I caught it last night. Actually,
you caught the drone?
Yeah, like I opened the window and the drone was in. I just grabbed it. And
well, I had a dream last night that I was a member of the bloodline. So, weird dreams.
Mine's a little more realistic than yours.
Yeah, I will not be part of the bloodline.
I'll never acknowledge you.
Yeah. Use of gravitic propulsion. I mean, why not just write anti-gravity? Everyone says anti-gravity.
Well, maybe it's gravitic. I don't know. I don't even know if that's not even a word.
Apparently not, according to the spell check here. Right?
Well, see, this is what... I mean, I guess just read the email, because I have so much about the drone. We're just getting into the drones.
All right, so I'm gonna summarize the email, because I don't feel like reading the whole thing. He's saying that China essentially is using these drones, and they're using anti-gravity technology that they have learned, that we have learned from reverse engineering crashed spacecraft from unknown origins. Okay,
I don't buy that.
That's what he's saying. Okay. Then he goes back into
they've been launching them again. China's been launching them from the Atlantic in a submarine for years.
That's what he's saying as well in this email, that they're launching from a sub, which means they are then transmedium, which is a problem. Okay. So if they didn't get the tech, I guess we could close this email for now. If they didn't get the tech from off-world craft, let's say, right? Mm-hmm. Where did it come from? A couple of theories. It could be, what's the guy's name? Who's the guy who did figure it out? Something Brown, Townsend Brown, I think was a scientist. Jesse Michaels had done a whole show on him, but I think he was someone who was onto the anti-gravity source of energy, and he got Alt F4 from the planet. So,
well, I mean, again, before we even get into the drones, we still got to finish this guy. So let's we're all over the place already.
Yeah, we are.
The guy pulls up in front of the Trump Tower. Still can't get figured out. He pulls up in front of there, blows himself up. Now they're saying there's photos of the Tesla truck all burnt up.
Yes, so that's this one here.
Well, that's the video.
This is the video.
But there's like photos. There's photos of it, like on like a tarp, and like
tarp. So this is here.
His body. Okay, so yeah, I didn't see that gun, but I saw
this is the apparently the Desert Eagle. Oh, this is another gun he got in there.
No, that's definitely not a Desert Eagle.
And then this is.
But he was burnt so badly, but somehow his passport and ID.
Oh, you mean this passport here? Right. That this is all that happened to the passport, and then this is all that happened to the ID.
Come on, give me a break.
I mean, okay.
Is that in the glove box? Is the Tesla glove box another thing that Elon did?
I don't know.
So again, like you saw all those other pictures. Yeah. They said he shot himself before he blew up They said he shot himself before the truck blew up.
Is bullcrap,
right? There's no report of a gunshot.
No report of a gunshot anywhere. Not at Trump Tower or not prior. Okay.
Now, how come?
How do you shoot yourself before you blow the truck up? How do you time that right?
Well, why is there no video of this? And I'm not talking about that outside video. They're like, oh, you could see him move his head. You really can't. I looked at the video 1,000 times. It could be from anything. It could be from the pressure of the explosion. Mm-hmm. Elon Musk has video of this guy. First of all, don't get a Tesla unless you want Elon Musk to watch your every move.
Yeah. So I have the video. Do we want to show the video real quick?
The video of him driving, gassing up, or powering up, blah, blah, blah. Don't show that video just yet.
Okay, I'll pause it.
They have video of him. I mean, I guess show the video. Yeah, show the video.
All right. So this is apparently that he's supposed to be right here. Apparently, this is his head. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like it's moving, but that could just be an artifact from the video.
It could be anything.
But if he here's my problem with this though.
But if he shot himself
with a Desert Eagle, right?
There'd be blood. There'd be something. There'd be
blood. They're saying that he shot himself, and that the exit was to the left. This picture here is they're trying to break that down.
Left, it would have been brains on the fucking window.
So he's seated upright. Yeah, see no blood on the window. Exited the left side of the head, according to the Las Vegas Police Department. Okay, fine. There was another report, and I wasn't able to pull the. I couldn't find it today.
Right in that video, though, he's not slumped over. Or,
correct.
You know, like.
But there's another report that he shot himself, and then the Desert Eagle landed between his legs. Okay. The Desert Eagle landed between his legs. All right, I just want to show you a couple of things here from the Desert Eagle that landed between his legs that he shot himself with single-handedly. This also was the Desert Eagle, just as an example so people get an idea of what we're dealing with here.
Some historical watermelons. Yep, they're history.
Okay. So, first of all, his head would have been in a million pieces. Okay?
Yeah, his head would have been...
It would have been all over the place, let alone nothing on the window. Here's another example. That almost took his head off.
Now, I've shot a Desert Eagle before.
So have I. And the kickback is...
Yes, but like, I don't think that you can... I don't think that's any sort of pillar to stand on, that the Desert Eagle fell between his legs. Who cares? It could have bounced off the fucking window. It could have... I drop shit all the time, and it bounces somewhere that I'm like, how do you get that?
I guess.
But I don't think that really is a talking point.
All right. But his head would have been halfway removed.
That's what I'm saying. There's no blood. There's no... Also, Elon Musk, you got videos of this guy doing everything. You have videos inside that car, don't you? Where's that? Where's the video of him blowing his brains out?
Or if he was shot prior. So if he shot himself before, it would be a video. But I guess the fire damaged the video. They can't get it, but it doesn't go to the cloud.
It does go to the cloud. It's a load of shit. How do they have all the other videos?
I don't know. Well, those videos were apparently from the charging stations. That's the other thing. He's cleaning out the car, too. Did you see that video of him removing the dirt from the car, and he's like charging the car with it? So he's doing that, and he's going to blow the car up the next day?
Yeah, who cares?
I mean, okay, unless he's OCD.
I would probably do the same thing. When I'm charging up, looking at it like,
I guess so.
I don't think that really plays because people do funny shit all the time. You know what I mean? But I think there should be some sort of video. Are you going to tell me Elon, all those videos that Elon got was from charging stations? It's not from the car.
No, it's from the car. But they were from when he was at charging stations.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. They don't have a video of the guy. Oh, how the hell is this? They don't have a video of the guy in the car with his brains blown out or shooting. Like, where's the video? You're going to tell me there's no video of inside that car? Elon Musk is a liar. He has video of inside that car. If you have video of everywhere else, come on.
Maybe. Well, maybe they can't release it. I don't know. Who knows if it's part of an investigation. But my thing is, okay, if he used a Desert Eagle, let's say the body got burned, charred to death, his skull fragments would be all over the place. Can they not verify that? I don't understand.
But that's not even like... So, okay, if he's dead, if he was dead or alive when the bomb went, who gives a shit?
Well,
what does that matter?
If you look at Ian Carroll's account, he's saying that one of the theories is that he was killed beforehand somewhere where it drove itself, and he's tied because you have to be looking at the thing, so he's tied, and then it drives himself there. I mean, I guess it's possible.
I don't know. That's like, it starts to get far-fetched, but then again, nothing's too far-fetched.
Yeah, that's I mean, the last couple of years, it's been like, oh, this is a conspiracy. That's a conspiracy. And then, a couple of months later, oh, yeah, this is a...
But again, now you said he sent this... But like, again, in that email, oh, my car was a Ford. That was not true, right? There's internet sleuths have been pulling up this stuff. Like, no, it wasn't. He had a Ford in 1998 or some shit, or all this different stuff. Green Berets, the whole China stuff. He's saying that
they're saying he didn't. Green Berets are saying he didn't have that kind of access to know about that.
To know all that stuff. Yeah, why would they? They're Green Berets. They go out, they kill somebody in enemy lines. Why would they have access to know what top secret stuff that we have or China has? It's a Green Beret. Anyone could be a Green Beret. I mean, not anyone, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like, you're not James Bond. And then the whole thing with these drones, it's weird that it is connected to the drones. That is like very strange. Why would
he bring that up?
Yeah, like why would
and
they
they
bring that up?
pin it on China immediately.
Pin it on China immediately. Why is it tied to Trump and Tesla? Right? Because
none of it makes sense.
It's so weird. It's so weird. The whole
the guy also just had a baby. Which that's the other thing I forgot about. His DNA that they took from the crime scene does not match up with the baby. So either it's not his kid, could just not be his kid.
That's like the old Jody, they call him. You go out to serve the country, and Jody comes and bangs on your wife.
Could be, but he apparently was the one that was
maybe he
cheating.
knew that, and that's why he killed himself. The kid's not his.
Okay, fine, but then just kill yourself. You do all this other stuff.
Yeah. But again, the most interesting part to me is the drone stuff because now let's get into the drones. But we covered the guy, right? You have deep state pushing for World War III. I mean, the deep state, like again, I don't care what your political leanings are. Joe Biden is not the president of the United States of America. All right, you're going to tell me?
Well, he hasn't been for a couple of months.
Has been approving, us. Ukraine to use our missiles and all this crazy shit that's pushing us more into.
He's been approving it, but he's.
Is he? No, he's not because he doesn't know.
Well, he gets in front of the mic and he says the shit that they tell him to say. Well, he's a puppet. He did a couple.
He gave a medal to Magic Johnson and George Soros. Okay.
Oh, he gave Hillary the Presidential Medal of Freedom
too.
So.
Yeah, him and please. That's all he does. He doesn't know where he is. So who's approving these things to, like again? Pushing the Russians, us to war with Russia, us to war with China, by like saying, use our missiles,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wars. And now, again, it's China doing these drones? Wouldn't we have, taken them down by now? If we knew them, right?
Well, that's the
balloons.
thing.
We send jet fighters to blow up balloons.
But these, we're just letting them go all over the place. Over military installations, over the president-elect's private home, over airports. They're being seen, and it's not just Jersey. They're being seen all over the country. They're in California. They're being seen in Florida. Your hometown, the Bronx. They're being seen.
Also, I don't like the fact. One, don't dox me. Two, I don't like the fact that they have
the hometown.
It could be anything. It could be now everyone's seeing a drone. You see and people have drones. You could just fly drones up.
Yeah,
people can let balloons up with funny lights.
Who has car-sized drones, John?
Are they having car? Listen,
I've seen 2 or 3 videos of the ones going lower. They're fucking huge, man. They're pretty big. I mean, I'll show it to you. I have to grab. I'll get it. I'll show it to you.
Video again. You can't tell the size.
All right. So then, what about the orbs? What about the orbs?
The orbs. All those have been freaking Chinese fire lanterns. Every time I see one, it's floating fire.
Oh, so everyone has Chinese fire lanterns now? They're just letting go all over?
Yeah, in New York City? I don't know. You don't live in New York City. Every holiday, there's Chinese
fire lanterns
all the time.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Now, I'm not saying the drones aren't real. I'm just saying the recent uptick in sightings everywhere. Okay,
I think more people are looking.
Car-side drones and people, and all of a sudden, there's a drone here, there's a drone here. Everybody's looking for drones. You got to find a drone. People have drones. I have a drone. It's a little drone. I can fly it around, and people go, "Oh shit, it's the Chinese drones."
Well, those people are idiots then. I mean, you can tell the difference between...
Everybody's an idiot.
No, but you can tell the difference between you have a small little drone that's up in the air, look, it's a drone, and something that looks like the size of a car.
I can have a drone this big.
All right, does your drone stay in the air for 7 to 12 hours at a time?
No, obviously not, but there's the people that are seeing them. I'm not saying the drones are fake. I'm saying 95% of the sightings are bullshit.
Okay, well, that's what any UFO sighting, 95, 99% of them are bullshit.
People have drones, and people are like, I saw a drone. Okay, it's not the drones. But again, the technology. Now let's get back to the drones. Let's talk about the real drones, because I do believe that. I don't think they're China's drones. I think there are drones. One.
Yeah. Well, I don't believe that the government doesn't know what they are. They're not foreign actors. They're not ours. They're not the militaries.
The government doesn't know.
Yeah, they don't know. And then but don't worry about it. There's nothing to worry about. Fine. But you don't know if you apparently don't know what they are, how is there nothing to worry about? Wouldn't that be a reason to worry?
They're obviously not state of, they're above state of the art, whatever comes after state of the art now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I do think it's some sort of gravity propulsion, and they don't want the people to know that because it's like free energy. If you can harness gravity, then what do we need gas for? What do we need? Oh, global warming goes right out the window. That whole flag of global warming goes right out the window because now
all the electric cars are bye-bye.
Yeah, we can just harness, free limitless power. That would be, remember the actual Tesla, not this bozo Elon. Actual Tesla died. They raided his house and took all this crap this guy had. This guy was working on wireless free energy for everybody, and then
everyone the guy who wanted to run waters on cars, he got taken out.
All those people, everyone who was discovered.
JFK didn't want to go to war with Russia, he got taken out. I mean, you go down the list of.
But again, I think it's funny how this guy does this, and then it's somehow linked to these drones. What else was in that email? Anything?
No, he did reach out to two other podcasts that people weren't really looking for. That they then backtracked and saw that there were emails from him. Mm-hmm. There was something else. Let me see if I can find this here. Oh, this just goes back to the gun. So this guy here, Matt Tardillo, he's talking about the picture of the guy in the car.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's saying the fumes that cause all the shit to go off would suffocate a person in 2 to 3 minutes, and the drive to the hotel was over 10. And so as soon as he got there, the thing exploded, which means it had to be filling with these fumes. So that doesn't matter.
How did they say exploded? There was some sort of fume explosion. It wasn't like
something. There had to be an igniter somewhere, right?
Well, I'm saying.
Well, it says it right here. The detonation appears to originate underneath the front passenger seat.
Okay.
There was no muzzle flash from the Desert Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
Self-inflicted prior to detonation. None of it adds up. It's so weird.
I mean, I don't know if he would die immediately. Like, I don't know how that worked, but like, say if he wasn't dead when that bomb went off, and you're on fire,
then he shot himself.
Well, no, I'm not saying that, and then he shot himself. I'm saying you think there'd be more of a reaction. Oh, I'm fucking on fire.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. More movement
unless
in the car.
The fumes put him out, and then I don't know. I don't know how any of that works.
But if the fumes put him out and then he goes on fire, what's the need for the headshot? It's very weird.
Yeah, I don't think he shot himself.
It's very weird.
I know. Who cares?
It's weird because it's all.
He killed him.
Yeah, but it's all over the place. That's why it's weird. Like nothing. If it's a PSYOP, why is it all over the place and why is it not, in a nice, neat story? And if he did it, why is he all over the place and nothing makes sense? Like it doesn't fit either narrative, really. It's just very bizarre.
Maybe he was just a wacko who killed himself from Tesla to Tesla, and just put this email out to fuck with people.
Yeah, like when those people say, "Oh, when I die, I'm gonna leave some cryptic message," so my family's like, "What the hell was he involved in?"
Yeah,
one of those deals.
Maybe one of those. Just some funny shit like that.
Maybe, but yeah, going back to the drones though, like you were saying, man, I don't know. You think? I guess it's possible that we developed anti-gravity tech on our own.
I think so. What else will we be doing? Okay, it's from aliens. Okay, whatever.
Well, why such a huge technological boom over the last 30 years when we've been...
Well, because we've just been pushing towards war with everybody since World War II. The military-industrial complex, right? All of our money and stuff went straight to building weapons. Instead of curing cancers, instead of trying world peace and, solving world hunger and all this, like, no. Let's just blow each other up. Let's make a nuclear bomb. Let's make these planes that are, you have these jets that can go Mach 2, whatever, and speed of sound. Mm-hmm. But you can't make a passenger plane to do that. They did, I guess, at the Concorde, right? For a little bit. But, it's all military shit. That's exactly why they don't want, I feel like they want to ban drones altogether. That was my original theory with all these drones, was oh, look, scary drones in the sky. No one should own drones. They make it hard enough for people to own drones as it is in America. I mean, yeah, you can buy little ones, but like you want a real deal one, you need like a pilot license or something crazy. They don't want people to have power. They want to control all the power.
Yeah, I mean that's a given. That's a given. But yeah, it's very interesting.
Especially if it's something like that with like some sort of free power, some sort of power that lasts forever, whether it's gravitational or like cold fusion or whatever these silly words these people use to explain stuff.
Yeah, so I think the guy's name, let me pull him up. Townsend Brown, I'm pretty sure was his name. Thomas Townsend Brown, American physicist. Odd electrical effects. Let's see here. He was involved in, oh God, I can't even say this. Electrodynamics.
I don't know what that means, man.
I don't know. But it has to do with electricity and anti-gravity and all this other shit. But anyway, that could be a whole nother story.
We'll get real deep into the alien stuff. I'm sure it won't be the first and the last alien episodes.
I mean, I've already just for researching this topic today. It's
this guy just kind of, he did this little suicide bomb thing, and then it also links into alien drones, which is.
It's like the first thing off the rip. It's like if I don't get in Mexico or my point, and I'm fine. Oh, by the way, they're Chinese. The Chinese drones are
Chinese, and us are about to go to war, which is I don't know. War itself is so bizarre.
Yeah, I
would just have this. We go to war with China. We go to war with Russia, or something like that.
For what?
So nuclear bombs all over the place.
And then
what happens? Okay, so say China wins. Let's just say, not even us. Say China wins that war, World War III, and everybody's nuked out. Would you win? There's nothing left. So what's the point?
I don't know. I don't get it either. It doesn't make any sense. It
doesn't make sense to me.
I don't get anything. I don't get. I mean, the only thing I know for a fact is that the MIC, the military industrial complex, is running everything. There's no reason to give. God knows now how many billions of dollars we've already given to Ukraine. For what reason? Meanwhile, in North Carolina, you still have people living in tents because they can't get their shit put together from the federal government. So then why are we sending, what are we getting for this? Why are we sending them all this money? Who's benefiting? I'm not. Are you?
No, I'm not. And then you see these videos, and it's even worse because, it's 2025 now. And you just see videos of the war, and it's, first of all, speaking of drones, drone warfare is got to get outlawed. I think that's going to be the next like Geneva Convention thing. You just see like these people look up and they just get blown up. You have no.
Yeah, well,
like that's
a whole nother
crazy. That's crazy. I mean, again, war in general. I was
just gonna say, war is war. Rules of war. Meanwhile, if
you can't use gas, but I can,
one team wants to quote unquote win the war. They're just gonna do whatever anyway. So I kind of laugh at that.
It's funny to me, but seeing that drone stuff is crazy. It's like a video of I think there were Russian soldiers in a trench, and they're all just waiting, and you hear flying around, and they're just waiting. One guy's like shaking. I'm like. Yeah, sure. These guys will be fine. Again, war. So world peace. I'm always about peace. I'm always a pacifist type guy. The war in Russia that we keep fueling instead of trying to solve. There's genocide in Israel that we just keep. And then why do the Middle East people want to take us down? We don't do anything to them. No, we just fund Israel that is on a genocide of whatever. It's crazy. And then again, that goes with the guy. This same day, or I guess technically the same day. It happened at 2 a.m, whatever. It ran down.
3. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was up until 2:45 that morning, for I couldn't go to sleep. And then I went to bed, and I woke up and was looking at my Instagram feed, and it said, "Oh, this is the truck that was used in the New Orleans terror attack." And I was like, "What terror attack? The hell are you talking about?" And then started scrolling, and
and that's another crazy thing where less than 24 hours. They let. I don't even think it was a news reporter. They just let some girl in there.
Oh, into the house?
What was that about?
She's just this is
house. And they're like,
disarray.
This is bomb building area.
Yeah, this is bomb building. This is, yeah. Open to this page, and this is this. Yeah, that was crazy.
The FBI was like, here, we have this set up for you. But look, he's a Islamic terrorist. Look. We tried this, man. They tried. They worked in
It
2001.
is very weird. Like, because, I mean, again, that could be a whole other episode. But that guy, his video of, like, that he gives, where I guess he's a real estate agent or whatever, he looks perfectly normal. Mm-hmm. He was apparently when he was in the Army, he was like, stellar soldier, no problems, no nothing. He was divorced. He was divorced twice, right? And both his ex-wives saying that he was a little bit of a loose cannon. Okay.
Oh, he was in war.
But I think he lost all his over the past couple of years. Apparently, he lost custody of his kids. He lost all his money. So he also could have just,
snapped.
And flipped Wilson.
This all leads back to war. Guy went to war. Guy saw war. He's supposed to come back and live a normal life, selling real estate. No, he becomes an Islamist militant guy. Yeah,
I mean, listen, I get it. I just don't get the mowing down of innocent people who had nothing really to do with shit.
Sometimes you want to, some men just want to watch the world burn.
Yeah, well, that's a crazy person.
Yeah, well, this is all part of war. Again, a guy was stationed a bunch of guy. Who knows what he saw? Especially
listen, we're gonna find out real quick if aliens are here or not, because I feel if they are, the first person who sends a nuke up, that shit's gonna get taken out, swatted by them. And if they don't, and everybody gets nuked, then we go, oh, okay, guess there's no aliens, and we're just killing each other.
I mean, the alien thing. The more I think about aliens, I'm always on the fence with them. The government's saying, "Oh, we have aliens."
Yeah, I always go back and forth. Because I'm always like, yeah, look, everyone talks about they have this evidence and that evidence, and this is going to come out and this disclosure, and then nothing ever happens. But then you go back to basics. You go back to like people's sightings in the 40s and the 50s, and you go back to like these, drawings that are in these caves and shit all across the world. They all match up, and I'm like, okay, well. So what the fuck are these people
who
seeing?
Says they're outer world or beings? I don't even. I think it's more to do with interdimensional type.
It could be. I guess the point I'm trying to make is we're not the alpha species,
and it's people are afraid.
There's somebody else.
Oh well. Whatever.
Well, I was talking. I had this argument with
what's the difference?
My mother recently about Our Lady of Fatima. I forget that somehow came up, and I was like, yeah, well. They saw the sun dancing in the sky. So, yeah, they saw a UFO. She goes, no, very religious.
Oh, it's the angels.
I was like, okay. I was like, yeah, that probably did happen because they saw, like, his UFO or this orb or whatever. They're like, back then, they're probably, what the fuck was that?
Maybe they were the aliens that came down. They just say, hey, that's God. He made us. That's the person that made us.
Yeah.
That's the entity that made us in the liking.
Yeah. We're a zoo.
Just be interdimensional stuff, like you say. We're not the top dog, so like if you look at like fish or like ants, you can see a whole colony of ants walking, and they don't even pay attention to you. You can wave your hands above them. Yeah. They don't give a shit until you smack them, and then they go, "Oh fuck, we're getting hit by who I didn't even know what that was. They just attacked us." It could be the same thing. We could be so little. We could be microscopic germs on something, right? Something.
Well, the universe could be
on my hand. There's microbes and stuff that I can't see. It's living a whole crazy life of microscopic things that don't exist to me.
Yeah,
maybe I'm that. Maybe that's we
are in something else. Being. Yeah, absolutely. That's what space is. It's a cell. We're part of a cell.
Yeah, it really could be. It really could be.
It was wild. I think of it like that. I forget who it was. I watched so many different UFO videos and accounts now, but someone was saying that the aliens do view us like ants. He goes, 99% of us just don't even acknowledge the human race, and then 1%, like how you have somebody who studies primates or studies ants. It's a small percentage that actually study us, and that's the ones we're seeing. But there's others that come and go, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. Within the planet, like in our planet, and just doing their own thing, and we're just, yeah. I mean, listen, it could be we can get into the interdimensional. We can get into the hollow Earth. We can get into. I mean, there's a lot that you can get into. But yeah, it's another story for another time.
That's another story.
We were going to talk about the Dark Forest theory on our first episode.
Well, the Dark Forest, I mean, it's not even a real theory. It's just kind of like, it is what it is. We were supposed to talk about this one guy, but like, he throws everything off with his stupid drones and gravity. Threw me off.
Yeah, that's what I said. I messaged you. I was like, hey, this just got a lot bigger.
I think it's just like a weird psyop to force us into war. I think all these terrorist attacks and all these mass shootings kind of I always lean to false flag type stuff. Just, knee-jerk reaction. But, I guess
I would love to say that. We'll eventually find out, but we're not going to find out.
No, you're never.
Because it's in a couple of weeks, it's going to be forgotten. No one's going to talk about it, and that's going to be that. Oh, yeah, that happened.
Trump's getting inaugurated in,
we'll see.
Days, right?
Yeah, that seems supposed to come out on the 30th. We'll see if that happens. A lot of shit's supposed to happen, but it never does.
About what?
Apparently, on the 30th of this month, they're going to release the Epstein and the Diddy list.
Yeah, okay,
maybe.
Sure.
We'll see. Yeah. Wow.
Please do release the Epstein and Diddy list.
All these crazy things that happen, and then they just forget about it. But then you get the January 6th insurrection, and they come on the news and they say 9/11, Pearl Harbor, January 6th. I'm like, not the same, but okay. Those they talk about forever and ever and ever. UFOs, possible nuclear war, billions of dollars in Ukraine to get us into a war with Russia.
You're talking about the stuff. They talk about the stuff that divides us, stuff that will unite us. Like, hey, these aliens, we got to watch out for each other. Or we gotta. Oh, we can't. No, we don't talk about.
Petty differences don't matter because there are other races out there that are like.
Don't worry about the stuff that would unite us. Let's just focus on stuff that will keep us divided. Oh, this guy likes that person. This guy wants to suck on this thing instead of that thing, and he shouldn't be. It's just that shit.
Yeah,
and that's again with this guy and the guy in New Orleans. Oh, he was ISIS. They went to his house. He has bomb making materials and a Quran. Right, that's all we ever hear. Qurans and bombs go hand in hand. Apparently, I know a lot of Muslim people. Not one of them ever showed me a bomb or how to make one.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, oh, well, it says it in their religion. Yeah, I'm sure there are texts in it that says...
Did you read it? Did you?
I didn't read it. No, I didn't read it. Yeah, well, the Bible, too, says to do certain things. Okay. And this may offend some people who watch our show or whatever, but if you're basing your life or your decision-making around a religion... to the T, at least. Some people, okay, they're spiritual, they have faith, or whatever. You want to do good things. But if you're reading it word for word and just saying you're taking it as it's like, oh, this is the way, there's something wrong with you.
I don't know if I agree with that completely.
I think
Jesus is the way, man. Just live life as Jesus wanted. And Jesus
yes, okay, but that's like the positive way of looking at it. Like, oh, this person, maybe he was like a good person. You should do good things like that. I get all that. But some people take it to like everything that's written down. It's like, oh, you got to do exactly this way. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
There's a lot of weird things in the Bible as well. Like, just a lot of the weird excerpts, especially in Exodus. I've been reading Genesis actually of the Bible, and again, this is another topic for another time. But like Enoch, for one, is like Moses.
Oh my God!
I mean, Noah's great
the Book of Enoch.
Yes, but that like whole just through
and Gilgamesh.
But not even that. Just the Genesis. You're reading through Genesis. It says Adam had. I don't know all the freaking name. Adam had this kid, and Adam lived to 1,000 years old. And
Cain and Abel.
His kid had Cain and Abel, and Cain had this, and it goes through the lineage. And this one begat this one, and this one, and it's just going through a list. And he lived to 900 years. Everybody lived to 900 years. And then this guy had this guy, and he lived to 9. And then Enoch, and in Enoch it says he walked with God, and then God took him, like he didn't die. Mm-hmm. God, yes, he walked with it. It was the only one that just in the middle of it, just all it was Joe had John, and John had Mike, and Mike had so on and so forth. And then Enoch walked with God, and then he only lived to 365 years, and he didn't die. God took him. And then they're like, oh, and then there was Isaac, and then this
like
one,
no big deal.
And no, yeah, no, wait a second. What do you mean? Like, and then the whole book of Enoch, that's that's shunned by like the Jews and the Christians, but it's
yeah, there's a lot of things that they.
What do you mean? That guy sounds kind of important. How do you just skip over that guy? Everyone just was like this one, and this guy walked with God, but we won't talk about it. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Now I got the book of Enoch. I haven't read it yet, but it's something about like him being told about like him and the angels or whatever. But that could be the UFOs.
The UFOs, they ain't the demons in the air. That's a whole thing.
That's a whole other story.
Demons and yeah.
We tried to stay on target.
But then you get crazy shit though. Then you get the well, I'm going off target then, but then you get like the Shrouditer and it starts. It's fucking crazy. Oh, so who was that guy?
Jesus is real. No, there's no denying Jesus wasn't real. He's like one of the most well documented people in the history of the world.
So how did he rise from the dead?
What do you mean? How did he rise from the dead? Did he? I don't know.
Was he ever? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Was he human?
Well, no, yeah, I think he was human. Did he come back from the dead? I don't know about all that, but they did find I forget the name of it, the place they found it, but it's like a tomb, and in the tomb it's like Mary and Joseph. It's like Joseph, and then as Jesus is there, it's Jesus, son of Joseph, and Mary Magdalene's in there. It says the wife of Jesus, and in the book, they're like Jesus wasn't married, and then also Jesus's brother's there with him, because that's how you used to bury people in a tomb together, like a family tomb. And Jesus' brother and Jesus' son, but in the Bible, if you read the Bible, Jesus wasn't married, he just hung out with Mary Magdalene.
Yeah, they just hung out.
Come on. Okay. She was the only one there. It was Mary, his mother, and Mary Magdalene, the only ones there when he was dying. And she was just a friend. Come on. But that's, again.
But maybe Jesus was supernatural. Maybe the Immaculate Conception was of alien origin.
I doubt that. But
listen,
you never know.
It's what just makes it interesting.
Well, I think that's good for episode 1, even though we kind of
skipped around all over. I guess we kind of give a preview of what different topics we'll be discussing.
It'll be heavily alien based.
Yeah, very alien based. Very
couple alien guys.
Anunnaki. A lot of crazy
just the world
shit.
Of whatever. I mean,
the problem is we were discussing how we want to do this one a week, but I feel like news moves so fast that it's like, oh shit, this is updated, this changed, and then after a week, sometimes some things are just thrown to the side. Like, oh, it's not important anymore. It's like, what? What are we talking about?
That's why we shouldn't be doing a current events podcast. This is more about, like, we could tackle the Anunnaki, we could tackle stationary stuff.
Yeah.
That's why That's why, like, I kind of wanted to stay away from the bombing guy and the other guy, because it's like that's politics, that's news, that's stuff you got to like up to date.
Yeah,
I'd rather talk.
And it's
going to
be changing. It's going to everything's going to be changing.
Yes. I'd rather talk about shit like Sasquatch, like the Loch Ness monster. Like, what the fuck is that? Just shit that we can get real goofy about.
Have you? Speaking of Sasquatch, did you see the video I sent you?
No.
Okay, I sent you a video late last night when I couldn't sleep. A new Sasquatch video out of Texas.
Oh, I saw that. It's so stupid. I can see the guy's face.
The nose, man.
Yeah, a man's nose. It's a man's face. It's a man in like in a suit. That's what it is. That's what it looked like. Literally this.
I don't know. It was interesting.
Stop it.
I know. I'm starting. That's another thing. It pains me to say I'm starting to think Sasquatch is a no-go.
I mean,
I definitely think, first of all, it definitely did exist. That is without question. It was Gigantopithecus. I think there's no disputing that. But saying it's like, Loch Ness was a prehistoric fucking, I think to say that they're around now, I'm like, yeah.
No, I don't think you can get Sasquatch.
I don't see it happening.
No, not at all.
But you know what? We're going to look into it and we'll see if we'd be proven wrong.
Sasquatch is interesting. Could be an alien. Maybe they took the Sasquatches and made us.
No.
What do you mean, no? Why not?
No. If anything, they did take a primate.
Yeah,
what's that famous picture with the UFO with the aliens holding the primate, and then there's a baby and some other shit? Forget that image.
I don't know. I never heard.
Yes, come on. Come on. I'm gonna pull it up right now. It's the alien and human and it's primate image, some shit like that. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, well, this is not exactly the image I want. Hold on. Okay, let's open this up. Of course, it's freaking Amazon. But this image here.
Oh,
is,
that's blasphemy.
Yeah.
You got the baby dressed like Mary. That's blasphemy. I don't like that stuff. I don't really appreciate that.
Well, that's the image that's been going around. So, all right, yeah. I mean, listen. I guess we can end it here. We're starting to ramble a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little too much rambling.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We're going to post this. We'll get this up sooner rather than later. And all our socials, you can find them.
Birds Are Not Real.
Birds Are Not Real podcast. And all the socials will be down below eventually at some point. We'll get it together.
Listen,
I'll get it together.
It's only day one.
You're just a pretty face.
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Goodbye.